Hello, everybody. My name is Alma, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope that you like this video, and maybe you go and check out my other videos. So, in this video, I'm going to be just playing out a time lapse of this piece that I drew recently. It's of Rosaria dressed in Barbara's style of clothing, but keeping her like color scheme. It was something that I finished maybe like a week ago, and I'm only just now getting around to posting. Also, by the way, I did not explain at all, but Rosaria and Barbara are both characters from the game Genshin Impact, in case you're wondering. So, yeah, I thought that today this video could serve as both like a speed paint kind of video, and I could also answer some questions about myself and we could maybe get to know each other a little bit better. So I did collect some questions. I thought, like, I swear there's like so many of these cute little, like, get to know me graphics on art Twitter, and I just for the life of me could not find any of the ones that I had in mind. So I did just look up like getting to know me questions or something like that. And they range from like perfectly casual to like kind of intense. I got rid of some of the more like intense ones. Like one of them was like, what's your biggest turn on? And we're not here for that today. Today is hopefully going to be just like a fun hangout kind of video. So, yeah, let's get started. And I do have like I am watching the video, the speed paint myself, so that if I see anything interesting, then I can just go on in and like explain anything. So yeah, let's get started. So, number one, my name. So my name is Alma. That is my like given birth name by my parents. I did not like it when I was young. I thought that it was like kind of ugly, but as I grew up, I like embraced it more, and it's actually like a beautiful name. Like it means soul in Spanish, like soul, like Soul. I don't know why I like hated it so much. I do remember that at one point some girl in like second grade called me Elmo, and I was just like I was a bully in second grade, so I was like not having that, and I did I did punch her. Um, but that was just like a one-time thing that like never happened again, and no one ever called me Elmo since. So maybe it worked. So yeah, my name is Alma. Second question is my birthday. My birthday is actually February 9th. And I think another question on here is like, what's your horoscope sign? So if you're familiar with the horoscope, you already know what I am, but I'll leave that for later. So yeah, my birthday's February 9th. I like having a winter birthday. It's like it's like a low key kind of birthday. I feel like the summer birthdays always get the most attention because everyone's on vacation and stuff. But I like my February birthday because February is like not it's like almost spring, but like not really. February 9th is also close to Valentine's Day. So usually I get two presents. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, also my birthday sometimes falls on like President's Day, which like here in the US is a day that sometimes we get off. So every once in a while my birthday will align with President's Day, and then I have like my birthday off from school or work or whatever. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool birthday. 9 out of 10. My height is question number 3. So I am 5'5", which I believe is above the national average. However, I would have liked to have been born like 3 inches tall. Well, not born, I guess. Uh, I would have liked to have developed to a height of 5'8" instead. I think that suits my personality. Like I now because I am 5'5", I wear like these big chunky boots because I want to be 5'8" so bad. If I was 5'8" and I had my big chunky boots, oh, I would just be simply too powerful. So, yeah, that is my height. I wasn't always this height. I think I was 5'3" for like the longest time, like throughout high school, maybe even like beginning of college, but uh at some point I just kept growing into a height of 5'5". So yeah, I'm very thankful for that. My siblings are all taller than me. Even my youngest, like baby sister, is approaching my height, which I think is so unfair. Like my brothers are 6 foot whatever. I don't even know, but I just think that's messed up. I was left the shortest in the family, which is rude. Okay, my eye color. My eye color is nice and brown, nice and normal. Uh, and do I wish I had a different eye color? I actually do not wish I had a different eye color. I think it's because I've seen too many memes about people who have like green or blue eyes where like they fight over whether they have green or blue eyes. And I just think that's so funny. I'm glad that I just have brown eyes and I don't have to fight with anyone because they're just brown. Uh, sometimes, no, I'm not even, I was gonna say sometimes they look red in the sunlight, but like they don't. They're just like a lighter brown. I'm not gonna be that person. Okay. What? Oh, I had two number twos. Okay, number 5. My hair color. Okay, so this is pretty cool. My okay, so in the video, I'm getting to where I was trying to draw these like shoe flaps, and oh, this took me forever. I don't know why I couldn't like think of how they would exist in real life. Okay, I think I'm done fidgeting with them. Okay, yeah, my hair color. So my hair, my whole life, I would leave long, undyed, like untreated for the longest time, like up until I think I was like in college. I hadn't like touched, like dyed, cut, or anything my hair really. At some point, I did like cut my hair and like donate it, but that was when I was like 9 or something. Other than that, I had just let it grow like long, and my hair is like thin and straight, so it wasn't like that unmanageable. But now that I'm like kind of living on my own, and I have the support of like my boyfriend and stuff, I did cut my hair because it was like long and like nasty. like I don't take like super good care of my hair. Like I don't do like any masks or like leave-in treatments. So it just kind of grows into this like mess that I don't really, other than like brushing it after I get out of the shower, like I probably won't brush my hair either. I don't know if that's like gross, but it doesn't need to be brushed really because it's like boring and straight and thin. So I just like kind of let it do its thing. And yeah, it was just getting really ugly and I was bored and we're in a pandemic and I was like, I want to dye my hair. So I cut it to like a bob length, but not like a gross like Dora bob, like a cool trendy bob. And I dyed the underside. It's called something. I forget what it's called. Peekaboo hair? No. I don't remember what it's called. But the underside is now like bleached and I can dye it like whatever color I want, which has been really cool. So far I've cycled through, I did neon pink and I have done neon orange. And now I'm just waiting for the dye to fade again so I can do like pink again. And then I think oh no. I'm going to do orange again. Then I'm going to do pink and then I'm going to use the pink to segue into like purple and blue. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, next question. Obsession. So I wouldn't say that I'm like obsessed with anything really. So what will happen is I will discover something new and I will like obsess over that for like a short period of time and then I kind of burn out and then I won't obsess over that thing anymore. So I think right now I'm kind of like lacking strong obsessions, but I am a fan of drawing. Like I do like drawing a lot. Uh I like playing Genshin. Right now I'm approaching like the upper levels, I guess, or they're called like adventure ranks in Genshin. So like things are really slowing down and right now all I can really do is like fight things and like I'm not really a fighter. I like collecting things and like I don't know, doing little side quests and stuff. So since I'm running out of those, I'm kind of stalled, and I'm not as like motivated to play, but I do still want like the cool new characters. So that's what keeps me going. And let's see, what else do I like? I like Furbies. Mm, I like uh wow, I sound like the most interesting person ever. But yeah, I don't really have any obsessions. Uh yeah, let's just move on. Okay, so piercings or tattoos that I have. So unfortunately, it is my largest regret that I do not have any tattoos. But I do plan on getting some eventually. Like I want to be tatted up, but with like oh, see, okay, I want to be tatted up. I don't know if I want to have like just like cool black and white tattoos, not black and white, but like black ink tattoos all over, or if I want to have like super colorful ones because I've been seeing these like tattoo artists on like TikTok who make like super colorful like anime tattoos and they look amazing. So, I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's a question for the future. But I have had like a sketch that I drew when I was in middle school that I've kept like my whole life. I take it with me like wherever I move. And it's like two koi fish. It's like it's definitely something that I traced off of like Tumblr or something. But like I drew it onto a peach onto a piece of lined paper in middle school and I've kept it with me and that is what I'm going to get tattooed. If I can take a picture of it, I'll like insert it right here. Yes, so that is what I want to get tattooed for sure. Somewhere like in between my like shoulder blades, probably on my back. And what was oh piercings. I do have some piercings. I used to have a belly button piercing, but that is long gone because I don't know about anybody else who has a belly button piercing, but that shit would get stuck in everything. Like it was, oh my God. I'm specifically thinking of this time when I still own it. It's like a wire mesh like laundry basket and I'm sure you can imagine already like what happened, but I like was picking up the basket and when I went to set it down it caught on my belly button piercing and it didn't like rip or anything, but it was, I mean, it feels horrible and the fact that it happened once means that it can happen again. So then I was just like, you know what, it's time to go. I'm also like a little bit older and like belly button piercing isn't really like the vibe for me anymore. It was back in like when I was crazy, but now I'm like an old plant lady. So the belly button piercing is no longer. But I do still have my nose piercing. I've gotten my nose piercing like 3 separate times. And I also would like more like ear piercings. I have like drawings where I took a picture of my ear, each ear, and I drew like what piercings I would want and where, like on each side. And so I do have that as well. So hopefully one of these days I can make that happen. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm answering these so slowly. The good thing is that the speed paint is like an hour and 15 minutes long right now that I'm looking at it, so we have plenty of time to talk. But hopefully I can keep moving. So let's keep moving. The meaning behind my username. So, my username is an amalgamation of the word alma and garbanzo bean. Uh, I have just never been able to come up with a good pun for my name, really, and that's the best I got. I made that I don't know when. I have no idea. It has to have been somewhere around like my second year of college because before that my oh this is so cringe my username for things was Stace Cage because I went by the name Stacy, which is not even my real middle name. I'll just that's a story for like another time. But I was going by Stace Cage, like Rage Cage, which is like that's so sad. So I think my sophomore year of college, I must have come up with almanzobean, and it's honestly so great because I do be loving beans, and garbanzo beans are especially delicious, and I like them a lot. And it's cute because now I can make my little like my intro has like the little bean on it. So yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Before that, I used to go by triangle because I just really like triangles as a shape. They're just like the perfect shape. Again, we can get more into that some other day. I'm sure y'all don't want to hear about how much I love triangles. Okay, so next question. My favorite movie. My favorite movie used to be Interstellar for the longest time after it came out because that movie is pretty good. Like it's pretty good. However, I saw it once, and I realized, like, first of all, how orange like Matthew McConaughey was, and I don't think that's like his fault. I think they just did that in like post to make the world look like dusty, but this man's is always orange, like eternally orange throughout the whole movie. It was so weird. Uh Also just like everything he said was like really weird. Like I don't know, Matthew McConaughey ruined the movie for me. I am really sad that like I started noticing all those things because it is it's such a good movie, but that's okay because I do have my new favorite movie, which is Arrival. It's another, so I am a fan of like space, like sci-fi movies. So Arrival is another like space kind of, except it all kind of takes place like on Earth, but it's a really good movie. Highly recommend it. It has a great acting. I thought the like plot was like amazing. I was mind blown. So yeah, I recommend that one. Another recommendation is Annihilation if you like sci-fi movies. I read the books for that are also like really, really good. Okay. The question wasn't what are recommends movies. Okay, let's move on. The next question is phobia. So in terms of phobias, I mean, there's things I don't like bugs. Not a fan of bugs. But could I go on Fear Factor and put my feet into a tub of bugs? I think I could. I think I could. I hope that that never happens and I have to find out whether I could or not. But I think I could. I'm not a fan of bugs, but they're not like a phobia. I would say my like phobia is like suffocating. Suffocating? I don't know. Is that like a I don't know, just the thought of like this is dark. Let's just move on. Yeah, suffocating. Final answer. Okay, idea of the perfect day. So, for me, my perfect day would be I wake up early, and I say that in theory because nowadays I don't like waking up early, but in theory I would like to wake up early because then you have more of the day to experience and do things. So, I would wake up like at 8. Then I would eat like banana pancakes, and then uh we would go to the beach. I love the beach, except that up here in like the Pacific Northwest, there aren't like many beaches like what I'm used to from Southern California, which are like sandy beaches. Here there's like some rocks. I did go to one in Oregon that was like more sandy, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. So I would go to a beach, a Southern California beach, or even better, a beach in Mexico. Yeah, somehow I'm able to go to a beach in Mexico and I hang out there for a little bit. I go swimming, I get to read on the beach, then I get to take a little nap. I don't get sunburned. Then we go eat some food. What kind of food? I don't know. Put some food. And then oh shoot. I th- okay, so I have to confess, I did try to record this video once before, and I had a much better, a much better answer for this one before. The beach. I just know that in the end, I go see a movie at night, and then we go like bowling or to an arcade after. I think that would be like my perfect day. Okay. Um any scars? I do have some scars. I think everyone has like scars on their knees, right? So like that's not special really. I mean, it can be special, but not on me. I do have one on my cheek, but it came from something like uninteresting that happened when I was a baby. So not really. Not really any scar. Oh, wait, actually, I do have. Okay, oh my God, how did I forget about this? Okay, I do have one fat scar, like on the side, on my, let me see, left, right, on my right hip, because I actually got hit by a car maybe like a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago? Yeah, that sounds about right. So I do own and ride a boosted board. It's not the brand boosted, it just is like an electric skateboard, I guess I should say. I do own and ride an electric skateboard, and I used to ride it a lot when I went to school, to university. I would take it back and forth, like from class and to like my club meetings and whatever. I would take it everywhere. And one day, okay, so it was partially my fault, partially this homie's fault. But I was driving. Okay, so in my college city, there are a lot of one-way streets, but the fastest way for me to get from the place that I was coming from to the place that I was going, which was back to my apartment, was if I were to go the wrong way down this one-way street. So I went the wrong way down this one-way street, and some guy was making a right. And so, given how the streets are, he shouldn't have had to see if there was anyone coming from my way because it's the wrong way down the one-way street. So he didn't bother to look. And so he turned left. But this man's was like accelerating, like he was like drifting around this corner. I'm just kidding. He wasn't drifting, but he was going fast enough where like he shouldn't have been going that fast and he shouldn't have been turning that fast, but he did. And he ended up like clipping me on my left side. So what happened was I slid over his hood on my left side, but I landed on the road, so on like the gravel on my right side, and it just absolutely like annihilated my like right hip. It gave me this like giant bleeding gash, and everything was fine. He was like, "Are you okay?" And I was in shock, so I was like, "Mm-hmm." As I was like busy gathering up all my stuff that had fallen out of my backpack and whatever. And then I went to class and everything was fine. I did have to go to the emergency student health center area later because I thought I had a concussion, but I did not. So I was just overreacting. But yeah, I do have a gnarly scar from that. It's on my like right hip. But it's so like I totally do not even notice it like at all anymore. Okay, my weakness. My weakness. So I okay, I would say that my weakness is that I think, let's say that the average person has a certain amount of motivation, just like given anything in their life, then I would say I have less motivation than the average person. And I think I think that's my weakness because I don't like doing things that I don't want to do. And I'm sure that's everyone, but like it seriously puts like this weird mental block between me and whatever I'm supposed to be doing because I'm like, well, I don't want to be doing that. So why would I do that? But sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. But I'm just like, no, I'm just not going to do that thing. So I'd say that's my weakness. And I think that's where my like demotivation stems from. I also tend to be somewhat of a perfectionist, which comes to bite me in the butt because I'm also a procrastinator. So, what will happen is I won't start doing something because I'm afraid that when I start doing it, it won't be perfect. And the more that I work on it and the more that it isn't perfect, the more like frustrated I get. And so I'll put things off until it's like clearly impossible to do it perfectly. And then I just like hate myself and I hate the task I'm doing and it's just so bad. So maybe that's another one of my weaknesses. Um but I'm charming. So that kind of offsets it a little bit, I think. Okay. The next question is a random fact that I know. And when I was compiling all of these questions, I already knew what I was going to say for this one. It's going to be, maybe I'll just insert the audio, but it's like the giant horse conch weighs over 11 pounds or whatever that video said. Oh no, he doesn't say horse conch. He says horse conch, which is, I think, where like the meme comes from, anyways. Okay, next question. Favorite animal. My favorite animal would probably be like a tiger. Despite dogs being like my favorite pet, just, my goal in life, like a childhood dream of mine, was to ride a tiger or like any other kind of like big cat. I know that they like can't carry human weight or whatever, but in theory, the thought of like someone riding on like a tiger is so sick, and I want that to be me. So yeah, favorite animal, probably a tiger. I used to want to be like quirky and like different. And so I used to say that my favorite animal was like a tree kangaroo, but those bitches are kind of scary looking sometimes. So or I would say like a sun bear, but sun bears are so ugly. I don't even know how I convinced myself that they were cute because they're not cute. They're hideous. Sorry, sun bears. Okay. My favorite color. My favorite color is black. Uh, I know that it's that, whatever. I don't have to justify it. Black is my favorite color. Most of the clothes I own are black, and it's not because I feel a particular way about black. It's just such a nice color to wear. It looks good with everything, truly. So, like, whatever. My favorite color is black. I also am a fan of pink. I used to try and not be like, I'm not a girly girl. I hate pink, but I love pink. Pink is awesome. I also do really like orange as well. Was like my childhood favorite color. So I do like orange as well. Like black and neon orange looks so good. Yeah. Okay. Next question. My favorite flower. Um, my favorite flower would probably have to be the sunflower. However, being a California gal, I am also really, really fond of like California poppies. Like poppies are just like such a cool flower. All flowers are like super cool. Like tulips are also sick. I just saw like a daffodil in real life for the first time. Like apparently they just grow here in Seattle, which is amazing. I'd never seen one before, and now I'm seeing them like all over the place. I don't know what is going on, but it was the first time I'd ever seen a daffodil, and that's crazy. Like how do they look like that? Anyways, yes, favorite flower, sunflower for sure. Number two, California poppy. Okay, next question. My favorite band. I have a lot of favorite bands. I cannot possibly name just one, but just to like, you know, let y'all know what my like taste in music is kind of like. Vampire Weekend is definitely up there. I've listened to them since like, oh my gosh, like 2009 maybe. So okay, yeah, Vampire Weekend is up there. The Japanese House also up there. The Marias, Group Love. Oh, actually, you know what? That's a lie. I know exactly who my favorite band is. It would be Group Love. Everything that they make is amazing. Highly, highly I'm sure that you have probably listened to a Group Love song, but maybe you just didn't know that it was Group Love. But yeah, I highly recommend that you all go listen to some Group Love right now. Maybe not. Actually, Yeah. You can stop. You can stop watching this video to go listen to some group love. I'll let that one slide. Yes, that would be my favorite band. Also, First Aid Kit, also a good band. Yeah. Okay, next question. My favorite food. My favorite food used to be ramen, but now, sheesh, now it'd probably be pad see ew, like some Thai food. It's just so good. And I honestly have my friend like Emily from college to thank for that. She introduced me to like this one really good like Thai food place near campus back in the day. And that I was sold. Pad see ew for life. Okay. The next question is what is my Chinese zodiac sign / my horoscope? So, my Chinese zodiac sign is a little piggy. I'm year of the pig. Solid zodiac sign. I don't actually really know that much about like zodiac signs, but I did watch Fruits Basket and the boar character, I forget what her name was, but she was sick. She was like super cute, but she could also like beat up Kyo, like the cat guy. So, I approve of that representation of us in the media. And then my horoscope, I'm an Aquarius. I kind of follow horoscope things. Like, I think it's like really funny. Like, I love seeing TikToks that are like what your room looks like given each sign or whatever. Like, I do subscribe to that kind of horoscope stuff. But I don't actually like, I don't know, like check my horoscope every day and like pay attention to it. But I am an Aquarius, and I would say that given a stereotypical like Aquarius, I think I'm pretty much on brand for that, except that I'm not like, I don't know, sometimes people make it seem like Aquarii have like horse girl vibes and like that kind of weird, like horse girl weird. And you know what? Horse girls aren't even that weird, but also I'm not a horse girl, so yeah. I'm like somewhat on brand, I think. I think a little bit. Um Almost everyone seems to like Aquarii, so I embrace that. I think that is true. I think most people like me when they meet me. I hope. I hope. Okay. Next question. My favorite season. My favorite season is fall. It used to be summer, but I think now, like, in parallel to like my life, I'm now in like my fall. Not like I'm dying, but like I'm like more mature and like I take care of plants now instead of riding my ripstick. So I think and tanning. Now I'm in the fall of my life, and I think fall will be like the longest season of my life. Like I will be like this for most of my life. Oh my god, does that make sense? I feel like I'm talking in like I don't even know. Yeah, fall because it's like not quite as cold as winter, so you can still wear like cute warm outfits, and then once you get to winter you're like, okay, fuck the outfit, I just want to be warm. So you kind of like forego the fashion of it all. So I think fall is definitely my favorite season. I'm also just like the biggest fan of sweaters. Like, I think given in the subcategory of my closet, which is like tops, uh I would say sweaters makes up like 70% of all the tops I own in my closet. They're just so comfortable. I honestly, I kind of need more. I feel like I don't have enough. Some people would say I have too many. But to those people, I say you can never have enough sweaters. They're just like they're good for everything. You can wear them like if you have a light casual sweater, like you can wear that as a shirt. And honestly, I like baggy clothes, so more often than not, I am wearing a sweater as a shirt. And so I'm gonna be quite honest, I need more. And I probably will, but nothing can stop me. I'm going to keep going until all I wear are sweaters. Okay, this question is done. Okay, next question is, how long do I take to get ready? I think in my prime, okay, again, I'm talking like I'm like dying or like on the verge of collapse, but I'm okay. But in my prime, like when I was like going out a lot and like hanging out with friends every day, I would say I would take like almost an hour. Like it was a whole process. Also, like I've never been fortunate enough to have like really nice skin. So like the getting ready included prepping my skin, which like takes a while because my skin is nasty. So it would take about an hour. Nowadays, like given the pandemic and everything, I feel like I've gotten more like comfortable with like how my bare like face looks. And so now I feel like all I really have to do is like fill in my eyebrows because I was not born with eyebrows. It's like so sad. I think I have like just like a smattering of like eyebrow hairs, but I was not blessed with good eyebrows, and so I feel like I always have to fill those in. But given that I fill in my eyebrows, I think I look pretty good already. So nowadays I would say maybe like 10 minutes, 15 if I'm like gonna curl my eyelashes and put on mascara. And that's pretty much it. Okay, next question is somewhere that I want to visit. So I have been fortunate enough to be able to like travel a little bit. I would say that the next place that I want to travel to would be I want to go to Spain with my boyfriend. So that was something that was in the works before the pandemic happened. And sadly, it got like pretty much canceled because, oh my God, like what happened to us? What happened? So that was canceled, but I'd love to go again and like with my boyfriend and have a good time. Another place that I'd like to visit at some point is like Korea. I feel like Korea is just like poppin'. Like they like it looks like so much fun. I just really want to go. Yeah. So I think that would be cool to visit Korea. Okay, next question is other languages that I speak. So I am fluent in both English and Spanish. I did study German for 4 years, as like every high school kid does. Like they study a different language in the US. I studied German. I am by no means fluent, but I can say like, ah, ja, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber es ist sehr kaputt. Like that's it. That's I know how pen is coolie, phone is like handy, I think. I know some things. I know a little bit here and there, but I'm definitely not fluent. My sister actually got to like travel to Germany and like study abroad there, so like she's as close to being fluent as I think someone could be. I'm not making any sense, but she's probably more fluent than I am. So yeah, just Spanish, English, and honestly, my Spanish is starting to fade a little bit. I don't live with my like family anymore, so like I don't speak a lot of Spanish, day to day, and it is definitely going away. I did sign up with Duolingo, not sponsored, and I honestly, their Spanish lessons are kind of weird. It's just cuz like it's not shoot, what's it called? Like it's not like slang Spanish, which is like what I would want to learn because I don't want to be like usted. Like I want anyways, I'm just like refreshing my Spanish a little bit and it's been tough. It's been tough cuz I get mad when I'm wrong because I'm like I'm not wrong, but like I probably am wrong. But they use some weird words like whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, I'm trying to learn that. I did at one point try to learn like Esperanto, and then when I signed into my Duolingo account, apparently I was trying to learn High Valyrian. I don't remember when I when I started doing that honestly, and I have no clue why I started to learn that. Definitely not going to continue. But maybe I'll try to learn some Korean since I want to go to Korea. That would be cool. Um Next question is my love language. So, the last time I took this quiz was a while ago. Um but if I remember correctly, it was I think it was tied between like a couple of things, but I think it was tied between quality time, right? I think that's one of the options, and gifts. But I'm like less inclined to tell people that like gift receiving is my love language because it makes me sound like a bitch, but I'm not. Like I just really it you could get me like a rock and I would cherish it forever. Like I collect all kinds of crap. Like I'll keep it. Not that a gift that I would receive is crap, but like I would keep anything. Like I cherish everything. So like in that sense, I like receiving gifts. But also who doesn't? If you say that you don't like receiving gifts, you're lying. Like you're just straight up lying to me. So yeah, those are my two love languages, I think. Pretty sure. I should take it again. Maybe it's not gift receiving anymore. Okay, the next question is talents. When I was younger, my dad used to make me sing a lot. I think back then I was definitely more like skilled, and I was also like in choir and like whatever. So I think I used to be a lot better at singing than I probably am now because I don't like practice or anything, but I do enjoy singing. I wouldn't say I'm like like I'm not a singer by any means, but I do like singing. So, I don't know if that counts as a talent. What else? I also in that same like vibe of the word talent, uh I like to draw. I wouldn't say I'm like the best artist, but like I do like drawing. What other talents do I have? Oh, I do have like that double jointed thing in my fingers, and so I can bend just like the top section of my finger. I don't know how to explain that, but like you know how you can bend your obviously you can bend your finger at all three joints that it has. I can bend just like isolate just the topmost one and bend just the tiny tip of my finger at 90 degrees, and I can bend all of my fingers that way. Is that a talent? I think that counts as a talent. I also have the talent of making friends. Oh, I forgot I put that in. Okay. I just heard the bonk sound effect. Okay. Let's just move on to the next question. The bonk kind of distracted me. I don't even remember what I was gonna say anymore. Okay, the next question is the last book I read. The last time I like read a book, I was reading like three at the same time. So I don't remember which one I finished last. But I was reading Never Let Me Go. Great book. I was rereading that one. It's also like a movie, which is like the book and the movie are both like sad, but it's a good book. So I would highly recommend Never Let Me Go. I also read We Were Liars, which is like, I think it's like young adult fiction or whatever. And I didn't want to read it because of that, because usually I'm like a sci fi person. But We Were Liars was actually really, really good. There's like a plot twist, which like don't look up the book because everyone spills like what the plot twist is, but I would just go and like buy the book and then read it, or on the low key, I'm sure it's out there somewhere for free. Okay, and then the last book I was reading, I think this was the last one I read, was Girl on the Train or something like that. A Girl from the Train. Oh, I should have looked up what the name was, but it's like it's more of like a detective book. No, what is that called? Is it is the genre detective? I don't remember. Spy? No, no, no. She's not a spy. It's just like a oh my gosh, what is it called? It's like whatever. It's like a detective genre book. It was really good. Again, I usually don't read books like that, but my sister actually recommended it to me because she didn't like it. So, and she's like a historical fiction kind of person, and she was like, I think you would like this book. And I read it, and I did like it. It was really, really good. Okay, next question. My favorite ice cream flavor. So, my favorite ice cream flavor is probably tied between vanilla or pistachio, or any like nut flavored ice cream. I really like nuts, and pistachio is like the superior nut in my opinion. So pistachio is really good. The like unnatural color made me not try it for the longest time. And then finally someone in my family was like a huge fan of pistachio, and they were like, "Please, like you just have to try it." And I was like, "Ew, it's green." But like I finally tried it and it was so good. Haven't looked back since. Vanilla is also super good. I don't know the difference between I honestly I don't even know if I could tell the difference between like French vanilla, vanilla bean, and like vanilla. I think they would all kind of taste the same to me. I did look up what the difference was once, but my brain didn't retain that information, so I have no idea. But any vanilla is good for me. Okay, next question. Day or night? Day and night. Uh, Probably night. I've always been like a nighttime kind of person. For some reason, like when there's daylight, I want to do nothing. Like I want to sit on my phone and like go on TikTok or something. And then as soon as like the sun is setting, it's like I realize like, oh crap, like I wasted the whole day. Let's get going. And then I want to be productive. I don't know what is wrong with me. I know that so in middle school did suffer from insomnia, and so I would stay up almost all night, like if not go days without sleeping. And I would play Neopets, so it was a good time. But now I think that has, in adulthood, that has caused me problems because now I feel like most productive, like at nighttime, which is so weird because nighttime is when you're supposed to be winding down and like getting ready to go to sleep. And I want to be normal, but like I can't. I want to be awake at night. And it's so weird. Like sometimes I'll get into like this like almost like restless kind of mood at night where like I want to like clean everything like top to bottom, like organize stuff. I want to like sit down and plan. I don't even know. Like before going to bed, I'll always ask my boyfriend like what do you want to eat tomorrow? Like I always want to just like plan ahead and I don't know why. Like I don't know what is my deal, but definitely night. Daytime is to me, daytime is meant to be like you are outside, like taking a nap in the sun, like a cat or something. I think that would be like my ideal. You know what? Take it back. My idea of a perfect day is I wake up at 8 and I sit on a towel in the sun. It's a cool 75 degrees and I am just on TikTok all day. And then at 4 p.m., that's when like my day actually gets started. Okay. The next question is the last person I texted. I am very bad at texting, but the last person I texted, I have a bunch of like a COVID vaccine like reminders. It's like my last text. Does that count? Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, I think my friend texted me, but because it's connected to this like laptop that I use sometimes, it marked it as read, and so I didn't respond. Okay, well, the last person that oh wait, last person I texted. Hmm. The last person I texted was my mom, and I sent her a picture of the before and after like Zac Efron plastic surgery pictures. I'm so sorry, Zac Efron. I don't know if you even got plastic surgery or like, but oh my god, like if you've seen the pictures, please, what is happening? But that's what I texted her. And she didn't respond to me because she doesn't love me, and I hope she's watching and she feels bad. Next question is my favorite store. My favorite store is Target. Target's just like a Target has good vibes. Like I walk in and I want to see every single aisle and see what they've got. And the fact that they have like Starbucks in there now, like you can back in the good old days pre-COVID, you could like get yourself a little drink and like take your time and walk around. I just love Target. They have they have excellent stuff. Like Walmart, for example, Walmart has like cursed vibes. Like Walmart is feral and like disgusting. But Target has good vibes. So, yeah, I do enjoy Target or an art store of any kind. Um, I'm down to spend hours in like either of those. Okay, next question is what do I like about myself? So, I like that I am friendly for the most part. And there's like I guess like a little asterisk next to that, which I'll talk about in the next question, which is what don't I like about myself? But I do like that for the most part, I feel like I can speak freely. Like if there is something on my mind, like I take I actually that's another positive. I take a good time to think about things now before I say them. I think of and this I think grew out of my like social anxiety, but now I think I consider it like an asset. I think pretty long about what I want to say, which is why something like recording a video like this, just like and going for it, is like kind of hard for me because I wish I could plan it all out and, read it off of some kind of like script because I have a fear of being like awkward or, whatever, but I think I now I just like I like to think long about what I'm going to say and then finally when I say it, hopefully it comes out well because I thought a lot about it. So I do like that I'm like careful about what I say, but in that same way because I've thought about it for so long, um like I will say it because there's just no way that I can put so much thought into like how I'm going to say something and then just not say it. So I do speak quite freely. Sometimes I guess that can be like a bad thing, like if you don't want to hear about whatever it is I'm talking about, but I do like that I kind of speak my mind. I am also generally like a nice person. Like because I think long about a lot of things, even if something like rubs me the wrong way, I'll try to like think about why somebody would do that and like maybe I'm like thinking about it wrong or like whatever. Like, I guess I'm an overthinker, but like it does help me get over things really quickly because I might be like upset about something and then I'll just kind of like think about it for a long time by myself. And then at that point, I'm like tired of thinking about it. So then I just kind of get over it. So I think that's also like a good thing. I get along well with others. And also, I'm really funny, so that's what I like about myself. What don't I like about myself? On the flip side to being an overthinker, I guess the good thing is that I think long and hard about things, but the bad thing is that I like to think long and hard about things, so I'm not gonna like immediately maybe say something. I'll just like think about it for a long time. But the good thing is that let's say you've like wronged me. I will think about it for such a long time that by the time I finally bring it up, I'm ready to get over it. So I might be upset like when I finally say what I've been thinking, but then by then I'm already over it. So just give me like 5 more minutes and then I'll be good. So I I don't like that I can't just like easily speak what I'm trying to say or how I feel, but at least I think about it for a long time. I'm also really stubborn, so I might think long about things and like try to take other perspectives into consideration, but I think most of the time when I I feel a certain way, I decide that I'm right. And so like that is the way. Like I am right, like my way is the only way, but that's not really true. So I think maybe something that I don't like about myself is that I'm a little bit stubborn, but maybe that's the only thing. Oh, also I wish I was a little bit more motivated and like focused, but I mean that's something that I like it's troublesome, but it's like not something I like hate about myself. Okay, now moving on to a happier question. My lucky number. My lucky number, I actually don't know if this is my lucky number. Maybe it's just my favorite number, but I like the number 3, which is kind of why I really like triangles, but also like 3 is a good number. Like I feel like hanging out with friends in a group of 3 is just like the ideal amount of people. 5 is too much. One-on-one is like scary a little bit sometimes, right? Because you you feel like you have to keep this other person entertained, which is why I think like 3 is perfect because everyone takes turns entertaining each other. So then it's not really like your responsibility. So yeah, 3 is a good number. And whatever, 3 is my lucky number. I've decided right now. Let's see, my favorite quote. Okay, so I've never been like a person to have like a favorite quote on hand. I like I guess nothing has ever like inspired me so much that I remembered it as like a favorite quote of mine. But I do like that one clip when Tyler the Creator is like, when you do on yourself. And I live by that. So maybe that's my favorite quote. Oh God, I can see that there's another sound effect coming out. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Oh my God, what is that?
Oh my God, what is that? Okay. Next question is my battery percentage. My battery percentage, I think is good right now. It's at 43%. And if you know me, you know that is a rare and beautiful thing because my phone is almost eternally on like 10% or less, and it's just cuz I I can't plug in my phone and forget about it and just like let it charge if I can see it, which is why I just put a charger in the bathroom. Now I can go plug in my phone over there, and since it's out of sight, it is also out of mind. Like I'm like a oh shoot, something about how when you're like a baby, oh, object pertinence, I think is what it's called. But babies, when an object goes out of their line of sight, to them it is like gone. Like they don't know that, like, for example, that your face is still behind your hands when like you do peekaboo. Like they genuinely think that your face is gone. So that's how I am with my phone. So that's why it is always at like 0%. I also like it'll be dead and I'm like, oh shoot, it's dead. And then I leave it dead and I don't even plug it in sometimes. It's just so bad. That's why my phones always end up having like terrible, terrible battery life. Like by the time I like swap out and get another one. Okay. The next question is, what am I doing tomorrow? So according to my little agenda that I've started using now, tomorrow I have a dentist appointment, which is terrifying because I hate the dentist. I hate them. Each and every single one. And when my sister becomes a dentist, I will hate her too because all they do is bring me pain. And oh, I just like I have really my family has really bad like teeth genetics, and I just know I can feel it. I can feel well, I can't feel it because my mouth feels fine, but my mouth can feel fine, and then I'll go to the dentist and they'll be like, "Ah, you have 17 cavities." And I'm like, "Oh, great. And then I had to get fillings and oh, it's just so bad. It's funny because like I've never actually had like a traumatic experience at the dentist. I just don't like going because I'm afraid that I might have a traumatic experience at the dentist. So why risk that? just just don't go to the dentist. I'm just kidding. Everyone should go to the dentist. I don't want to go. Other than that, probably nothing. But later today I might go play tennis. Okay. Next question is stuffed animals that I own. So I'm actually not a huge like stuffed animal person. Not even when I was a kid. Like my sister was, and so I feel like people would buy us both stuffed animals. And I do have some that I'm like attached to, but like uh yeah, not really. Right now I own where let me see if I can see them. I have 3 in my actually no, that's a lie. I have 6 stuffed animals in quotes because 2 of them aren't really stuffed. They're stuffed with something, but they're not stuffed with stuffing. They're stuffed with beans. Um so I have one like Rilakuma bear who's like eating a pizza and I've had him. Oh my god, I don't even know how I got him, but he exists in my world. And recently my boyfriend bought him a little lady friend. So Rilakuma has a girlfriend and it's like the pink it's like a white bear, but she's wearing like a little pink like hoodie or something. She's cute. They're just propped up over there chilling. And then I have this tiny little like stuffed chihuahua dog that is supposed to be like a an homage to my like dog Sunset. And I have one stuffed strawberry from IKEA that I've had since like high school. And then I have 2 little like bean frogs that I DIY'd. They're just plopped on the floor. So those are the stuffed animals that I own currently. My favorite holiday is 4th of July. Don't get me wrong. I hate America, but I do like 4th of July because I really like hot dogs and I like spending time with my family and fireworks are awesome. I think it's just like the vibe, at least in my like household for 4th of July, was like my whole family is together. We are barbecuing in the backyard. We're having like carne asada and like we watch fireworks all as like one family. Maybe sometimes we like set some off ourselves and we have hot dogs and I love hot dogs. Anyone who thinks that hot dogs are nasty is wrong. Like I just had some for lunch like right now. They're so good. Yeah, 4th of July. Number 2 is probably Halloween because that one is also like a really fun holiday. Least favorite holiday. Uh Probably Easter. Like Easter's lame. Also probably like Valentine's Day. Like I like spending Valentine's Day with like your loved ones, like my boyfriend for example, but like as a holiday, like if you're going to be a holiday, have the day off, you know? I guess that's my my only request to make to improve Valentine's Day. What other holidays are there? I think that's it. I like President's Day. Sometimes it's the same day as my birthday. Okay, next question is coffee or tea. So I do go through phases. So I guess as a backstory, I never really had coffee until college. A lot of these things, I only ever experienced a lot of things in life after I went to college because my family is like super Mormon. And so I didn't get to try a lot of things. But I had coffee for the first time. Oh my God. Actually, the first time I tried to make coffee, some of my friends in college wanted to come over to my dorm and watch a movie and drink coffee, like pumpkin spice latte, I think is exactly what it was. And I had never made coffee before. I'd only tried coffee like once. And I like didn't like it, and so I was trying to make this like pumpkin spice latte, and so I took my roommate's water boiler, which was mistake number one. Also, Giselle, if somehow you're watching this, I'm so sorry. But I took her water boiler and I boiled milk in it, which is so bad. Like it literally says to not do that. But I had A, never used a water boiler before, and B, I'd never made coffee, so I had no idea what I was doing. No one helped me. I honestly, I probably didn't ask for help, but I should have because I had never made coffee. I cannot stress this enough. So I boiled milk in her water boiler and then I had bought like coffee grounds, and for some reason, I don't know why, I thought that coffee grounds dissolved in like hot liquid, which like that does exist, but like it's not usually like that, you know? So I took like a bunch of pumpkin spice flavored coffee grounds. I remember I got it from Trader Joe's and I like dumped it into like the hot milk, and that is what I served people when they came over to my dorm. And the craziest part is that no one said anything. Like no one was like, what in the world is this? Like, what is this? There's like coffee grounds and some like milk. No one said anything. Everyone drank it and pretended it was fine. And I don't know why. Like, why would you do that to yourself? I didn't even drink it because I was like, this shit is nasty. Like, I'm not going to drink this. Oh my God. Just thinking about that makes me wonder, like, what were they thinking? You know? What was going on in their heads as they drank that and thought, like, yeah, this is all right. So what was I even talking about? Oh my God, coffee or tea. So, that was my first experience trying to make coffee. So after that, I didn't do anything with coffee for a while, and I was like a tea person because I didn't want to get like addicted to caffeine. And so I was like a tea person, and then at some point like I sometimes you just need it, you know? Like you're working on something late at night and you're like, dang, I really need coffee. So then I started drinking coffee, but then I started going like in on coffee. Like I was drinking macchiatos, like 3 of them a day, which is like, I think that's strong. I think that's the coffee. That's the beverage I'm thinking of. Um, but after that, I kind of like started getting like headaches every time I didn't drink coffee, and I was like, oh god, like this is what I didn't want. I've grown dependent on coffee. So then I started drinking tea. So then I was back in my tea phase, and that continued up until I transferred to like this other university, and then that university had me like hustling. Like I had to work like day and night. Like I was loaded with homework. So I switched back to coffee, and this is like the darkest times of my coffee experience because I was just drinking black coffee, which is like if you're drinking black coffee, you are dead inside. Like you, there is no sugar, no cream, no nothing. Like I would just drink it black, like go to class, do my stuff. And so now I have actually like a really, really high coffee tolerance, caffeine tolerance, I guess. And now I drink coffee just for the taste. I drink mostly like these like Vietnamese like coffee packets, and they're like pretty strong, but I mean I can drink one like right before I'm about to go to bed and I can knock out. So they kind of do nothing for me. Sometimes I feel a little something, but for the most part I feel like nothing. And I just drink it like as my cuz some I just crave like hot beverages. That should be questioned. Hot or cold beverages, because I think for the most part I really like hot beverages, but specifically coffee. Yeah, just the flavor now, just for the little flavor. But it has sugar and cream in it. Like there, oh my god, dude, there's no way I could ever drink black coffee ever again. Like that is so disgusting. I'm sorry if you drink coffee black, you are too strong. I don't know what you're going through in life, but I hope that it gets better. Okay. Next question is a song. Oh, sorry, I had to yawn. A song that makes me cry. Honestly, like any Mitski song kind of makes me want to cry, but Mitski is such like a comfort genre of music. Like I feel like she has her own genre of music where it's like it's sad, but it's also like empowering, and I want to go like fight somebody. Like after I have my good cry. So probably any Mitski song. I bet on Losing Dogs was like the one that was stuck in my head for the longest time. So I recommend that one. Okay, we're getting to our last two questions, which I think is perfectly timed because the video, wow, I've been talking for a solid hour and 10 minutes. So let's keep it going. Two more questions. I desperately need to drink water. My throat is dying. Okay. What shows am I watching right now? I am watching uh, two very different shows. So, as like our fast like, oh, while we're eating, let's just watch something. We're watching Futurama, which is a great show. It's like so funny. If you haven't watched Futurama before, I highly, highly recommend it. It's just like super funny, and it's one of those like everything has significance. Like they will bring up like tiny little details like over and over again, or like they'll tie it into some like main thing that's going on. I don't know how to explain it. I would just like really recommend it. It's like kind of sciency, but like not really. Like you don't have to know a lot to just like watch it and enjoy it. So I recommend that. I'm also watching with my sister like this Chinese drama called like Ru Yi's Love in the Palace or Eternal Love in the Palace or something like that. I have only ever watched like one other Chinese drama before, and I forget what it was called. Oh, shoot, but it was so good. Oh my god, what was it called? I don't remember. But it was also really good. So then she was like, "Let's watch this other one." And I was like, "Honestly, because that other one was so good, which she also recommended, I was like, I'm down." And so we're starting we're not starting. We're almost done with like this other Chinese drama called Rui's Love in the Palace, and it's so good. It's just like I like things that are based in, so I guess I'm also kind of a fan of like historical fiction because it's based off of like this one like empress in the Forbidden Palace, and yeah, it's just really, really good. It is like a drama, so if like you don't like drama, I guess I wouldn't recommend it. But even though I'm not like the biggest fan of drama, this isn't like drama for the sake of drama. It's like totally believable, like drama. So, okay, I'm saying drama too many times. But yeah, I would also recommend that show. It's on YouTube and it's like subbed. So you can watch it like in your free time. I sometimes watch it when I'm like drawing, but like because I have to read subtitles, I can't really do both things at once. But now I've watched it to the point where like I recognize everyone's voice, and if it sounds like angry, then I like go back and I'll like pay attention to what they're saying. What am I doing in my drawing right now? Oh, I'm just going in and like fixing all the little holes in the fishnet tights. Oh, dude, drawing those fishnet tights was tough. Or like working with that brush, I guess. Okay, last question. Where would I like to live? So, right now, I live in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle to be exact, and I was hesitant to I wasn't hesitant to move up here, but I was like hesitant to like it, I guess, because I thought that the weather was going to be super super gloomy. And like don't get me wrong, like sometimes it is and I'm like, "Ugh, like it's so sad outside." But like now I kind of appreciate it in its own way because like even though it's gloomy, like the air is like super crisp and like fresh and clean, and it's just like the air always smells good as opposed to like SoCal where like straight up sometimes it just smells like pee. So I like that about uh Seattle. It's also like now it's getting towards like the summer and the weather's honestly perfect. I have no idea how I survived in like Southern California for so long. It's just too hot. Like it's too hot, and if you're not running your AC all the time, like you will die. Like you will straight up disintegrate. So, I think I'm good up here. I think this is actually where I'd like to live, probably like forever. Um at some point I wanted to like live in New York, and I couldn't handle that. Even like right now, we live near like a fast food restaurant, and sometimes I'll like hear something at night and it drives me nuts. Like I can't deal with like noises anymore. So I think city living is not quite for me anymore. And yeah, that is the end of all the questions and also the end of the video. So this is the final product. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you enjoyed hanging out with me for a little bit, and I'll see you next time. Bye!